Hey fish fans, thanks for checking out our video. Before we get started, I'm gonna ask you to please like and subscribe. If you are the kind of person who does not check YouTube regularly, you can hit the little bell and you will get a notification whenever I post a video in your email. If you don't want to get a notification, you don't have to click the bell. Check me out on patreon.com/Raina Mermaid, where as little as $2 a month can get you loads of behind the scenes, extra content, merchandise, and program planning materials. So today on the show, on So You Want to Be a Mermaid, we are going to talk about this really cool place that I went to where I did some photo shoots. But before we do that, I want to show you some awesome accessories I've picked up recently and just give a plug to some of these amazing artists. So my friend Ashley, who owns Pixie Tribe, I saw her recently at the California Mermaid Convention. She makes these really cool light up necklaces. So they're beautiful seashells. Inside is a light. And this light's actually just about dead because I've been using the heck out of them. Anyway, it's a little light that you turn on and you can replace the batteries or the lights too. And then it goes in, it looks like Ursula's necklace. It's all lit up, so that's really cool. That's her. Next is my girl, Mermaid Nessie of the Siren Serenade. She's made me some beautiful Nautilus necklaces to match my fabric tails that I have. This one matches my green Mertailor fabric. She's gonna repair it for me because I snapped it. It got caught in my wig and I was not patient. And I tried to get it off because it was the end of a gig and I snapped it. So she's gonna fix it for me. Totally my fault, not hers, but it's absolutely gorgeous. This one goes with my purple beta. You see that? It's lovely. And then I want to give a shout out to Persephone Pomegranate. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've never actually said the word Persephone out loud or the name. I bought this at the California Mermaid Convention. It's gorgeous. I unfortunately snapped one of the shells when I tried to bring it back home to Canada. I was so worried it was going to break. I had it all wrapped up, and of course they go through your luggage and stuff, so they did snap it, but we managed to fix it without anybody being the wiser, and it's reversible. It's really pretty. I love it, and I wore it on my trip to Glow. Glowpop is like a pop-up art installation experience. It's set up kind of like a maze, and each time you go through each room, it's almost like a funhouse maze thing. It's like a different setting with different props, and you can get really cool pictures in it. So we had actually booked to do this before our trip to California, but I've mentioned in a few videos now that I had a massive allergic reaction to a medication. Could have died, head to toe hives, couldn't breathe, like all this terrible muscle spasming in my chest and everything and tightening. It was awful. Had to take all these drugs to get better. I took more antihistamines than I knew was humanly possible, so I had to call them and reschedule. So of course, when I rescheduled with them for after California, I busted my toes. So I had a couple things going against me, and Sean and I left early to go, and on our way we got stuck with traffic on the bridge and we were late, and I just felt like the universe was never gonna let me get to this place. So we finally got there, and it was the hottest day of the year. It was 41 degrees Celsius with the humidex here in Halifax, which is over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. We're not used to those kind of temperatures, and the humidity was really, really, really thick. It was really hard to breathe. So Sean and I were literally pouring sweat when we got there, and when we got there, Sean had brought his camera, all his gear, and realized he was missing his memory card holder, like for his little SD memory card, so that he could put it in the camera, because the camera doesn't take the micro SD, it takes the big one, so you have to put the little one inside. So we got all the way there, and it was this other city, and he didn't have it, and it just sucked. But so we get all the way there, and we don't have his proper size SD card. We just had to make it work. We couldn't use the big camera, so we used the phone, and we still had a lot of fun. We go through all these different rooms, and they were so much fun. I put my tail on. I stayed in my tail because it was easier for Sean to just carry me instead of me taking it off and taking it on and taking it off and taking it on again, especially because of my toes. They were so sore. They're still pretty sore. So yeah, it was just really fun. They had all these different themes. There were all these really cool rooms. There was this chest room, and there was this bathtub with these pink and white balls in it. There was a ball pit. There was a shark. There was this funny bicycle. There was this Bob Ross thing with the wig and everything, and I had so much fun. So take a look at what I did and check it out. So yeah, what do you think? Would you go to something like that? It's so much fun, right? I had such a great time. I had to buy this shirt. It was just amazing. And then people thought I worked there because I bought the shirt and didn't realize that it was the exact same shirt that the staff have. Anyway, I really want to go back there again. I've been telling the local cosplay community, the local burlesque community, you should totally check it out. It's really fun. Take your kids. It's a little bit pricey. It was 30 bucks each for Sean and I to go, so $60. But that's because we went during peak time. It's not that expensive if you go at different times. And you get an hour and you can just take all the pictures that you want, and there's food and there's a little arcade when you get out of there. You can also book it as a party for 10 people. It was just really, really fun. And it was the first weekend that Sean and I have had off in 6 months. So we did that. We went for breakfast. I guess it was brunch. We went for brunch and then we came home and we napped, and it was glorious. But then it got so ridiculously hot here, so hot that we had this massive thunder and lightning storm that only lasted about 5 minutes. But in 5 minutes, there were lightning strikes all over the city. They put the trees down, they knocked out the power for 9 hours. We had no air conditioning. Oh, that part was brutal. But we survived, and we spent most of the weekend in bed, aside from our time at glowpop. It was just really, really fun and a really relaxing weekend that we really needed before we get back into crazy gigs. So tell me, would you do something like this? Is there anything like this around you? Have you been to something like this before? What kind of sets did they have? What kind of props? This was just a pop-up thing for the summer, but I'm hoping that they'll come back and maybe do one for Halloween or the Christmas theme. It'd be so fun. I totally want to go get more mermaid pictures. They're here till the end of August, but it's mid-July now, and I'm hoping that maybe I can take my green tail and get some more pictures there in my green tail. I just had so much fun, but we kind of had to rush. Even though we tried to prepare, things kept going wrong, like not having the camera, and it was really hard with my toes and everything. But there are other props I might want to bring, and costumes and stuff, and maybe not be a sweltering hat next time. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. Definitely, if you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. I love when you guys leave me comments. I don't get a whole lot of comments because of that weird YouTube turning off comment thing. So if this video lets you leave comments, please leave me a comment. Let me know what other kind of videos you want to see. We have a lot more in the hopper coming up. I'm super excited for you to see some of the stuff we have. So we have some big ones that we're working on that are going to be really something you can sink your teeth into. It's going to be good. Like and subscribe, hit the bell if you want to get notified. Patreon.com/Raina Mermaid. If you want a tail like mine, you can get 10% off with my code Raina10, all capital letters, at mertailor.com. Thanks everybody, and best fishes!